Joining us right now, Dan Flax, Neuberger Berman, Senior Research Analyst. What are you expecting to hear tomorrow? And do you think it's already baked into the price of the stock or not?
Good morning, Andrew. I think we'll see new devices with a lot of emphasis on the Pro, where you'll see advancements in key areas like the camera. Of course, video and photography becomes more and more important with each generation. I do think the stock is attractive here. I appreciate the concerns around China, which I think Apple will continue to be able to navigate. If we step back, the key really is the innovation around the products. The ecosystem is healthy, and the install base is continuing to expand. And so if you put that all together, I think the investment opportunity remains attractive over the coming year.
Dan, there is some question mark, though, about whether people are holding on to these phones for the purpose of the investment side of it for maybe too long. Do you think that's the case or not?
I think the replacement rates have been lengthening. The key, though, is that if you have over 1 billion devices in your install base, and even if it extends out to 4 or even 5 years, Apple is still able to sell over 200 million iPhones a year. The other important piece of the equation is that you're seeing customers mix up. More and more customers want the Pro or the Pro Max because of the better capabilities, and that's helped average selling prices. And so putting those two together has led to what is still, I think, a very durable business, even as replacement cycles extend.
Dan, how big a risk do you think the situation in China presents for Apple right now?
Andrew, if we look back at the last several years, the Chinese government and state-owned agencies have tried to push for Chinese-made PCs. We've seen the same in telecom equipment. And so I think this is really a continuation of that trend where the Chinese want to see more local products being bought and consumed by their population. If you look, though, what Apple has done, you have millions of people in the Apple developer ecosystem, their supply chain. So Apple's really been a good corporate citizen. I think, sure, the Chinese government may look to make it a little more difficult for a lot of foreign-owned technology companies, but ultimately it's going to be the products and the services that I think will matter to customers in China who of course, want the very best.
But in terms of what is the larger risk to Apple, in terms of not just what's happening with the government now, but do you see this actually taking even bigger shape?
I think you're going to continue to see raised levels of tension. You're already seeing bifurcation of supply chains. With respect to Apple, if Apple is able to continue to straddle this delicate line between Beijing and Washington and add value to both the Chinese economy and, of course, the American economy, I think they're going to be able to do that. Andrew, I worry more about their ability to innovate and execute on the product cycles. It's not that the geopolitical dynamics are without risk, but what we've seen over the last many years is that Apple has been able to navigate it, but it's been driven by the strength of their product lineup.